it like rocket fuel.
Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Cleveland Browns. This is fielded at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Good. 180.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. We got 4.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He gets this one to Johnson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at the 20.
Alert 3. Check 24. Check the backer.
The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon, gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
They can't hang with us.
Hey, 18.
Here's Trubisky. Man open, it's Goodwin. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
53. Mike, 53. You run. Mike, 53. Mike.
Hey, echo.
Here we go. 53 is the Mike. 53 is the Mike.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. And a big one. across here as he's taken down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. We've seen a couple of Super Bowls start 2-0. The first score of this game could have very easily been a safety. That was close there.
It was close, and while it didn't happen in this game, it's funny you bring up the Super Bowls because that would have been, what, Super Bowl 46, Giants-Patriots.
You're testing my memory.
And also Super Bowl 48, which was Broncos-Seattle when the snap went over the head of the QB. And guess what? It was 2-zip Seattle right out of the gate.
Hey, shoot.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Better drop something else, baby.
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defense.
Now Mayfield lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3-and-out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
Here we go, D.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And an alley to run. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 33 and a first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
Go. You ain't going nowhere.
Mike, 53.
Move.
Mike.
I got you, son.
53 is the Mike.
Hey, orbit.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Being chased out left. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And now it's third down.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
53's the money. 53. Check 53. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Move, move, move.
From the gun, it's Trubisky.
Tackle.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. It's caught by OBJ. And a healthy gain of 8 here. They double their workspace out to the 16. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. We're scoreless after 1. On to the 2nd from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football. They'll come up on a 3rd and 4 here to start things out. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt.
Come on, fellas.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
53's the money. 53. Check 53. I'm going to come back to you.
Now Trubisky to throw. And this one complete to Smith. 14 yards in the Chicago 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Watch the run. They're running it. Back. Check 99. Check 99. Joker.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. A tale of 2 extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His 2nd goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
Hey, 80's yours.
Draw play here. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And the 2nd wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first point. It's a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
No gain, and it's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham. 75 yards, and the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
23 yards on the play. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Hey, we got to get the stop here, D.
Check 3, check 3.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Trubisky. They'll set up the screen here to mix it. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And they're going to have... Another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 26.
First down, Bears.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, let's go, let's go. Let's go, D.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
On the tackle. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 24-yard line.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. From the 24, Trubisky. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
Ran, touch.
Here we go. Here we go. 51's Mike.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And it's second down.
It's been my observation. There's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. John Ross there to make the grab, and the Bears have retaken the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
180.
44's the Mike. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go.
Mayfield on first down. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Mayfield. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
From the gun, Mayfield into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. Well, sometimes when you try to defend OBJ, you're going to get a PI call.
You might get a PI called at just about any point during his route. And I think a lot of teams have taken the whole philosophy of, hey, just go ahead and do what you have to do and hope eventually they'll quit calling it. But not in this case. They dropped the flag for the pass interference.
Here we go. Hey, 58.
First down, Mayfield. That'll be caught by Cup. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mayfield. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Mayfield now. He finds his man Johnson. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout called. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. Seibert's kick is good. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. He'll get this complete into the hands of Riley Ridley. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down. So they go pass, now they go run, and 2 plays resulting in really nice pickups.
Certainly sounds like a 50-50 deal, doesn't it? Sounds like great balance. Well, you know what all those coaches have told us over the years, Brandon, that balance is? It means doing what you want to when you want to. That play calling is working very well for them right now.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
53 the mic. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Check. 53. Check.
They go play action. Trubisky looking for the end zone. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. John Ross, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend, as his guys are able to regain the lead.
Touchdown, Chicago.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 17-10 score. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
You got tight right there.
A run for Nick Chubb. This will go for 5 up to the 33.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And we're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. On the return is Cohen. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. The stop was made by Jannard Avery.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Let's go.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Trubisky. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Rush in. Check.
Here's Trubisky to throw. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it. Keep playing hard.
The 22 is the line to gain here on third down.
Let's get it. Lock in, lock in. 53's the mark. Hey, Alpha. Check 53. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Trubisky now, 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10.
All day, dog. Mike, 53. 18. Mike, 6 man. Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Now Trubisky. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. On 2nd and 10, Trubisky throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, so many times defensive backs get caught playing the man rather than the football. But not in this case. That's an excellent play. Did exactly what you're supposed to do. Attack the football and help break up the pass.
And, yep, as a result, knocks it down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
And the blitz does come. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky as the Bears push further out in front. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, but now it's 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here's Britton Colquitt now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Here comes Cohen. Amazing, perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Trubisky will throw. Got a man open. It's Wims. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching in Atlanta, our apologies. Now a play fake here on first down. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand.
Let's go, baby. Let's
A
go.
really good pickup of 28 yards.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
You gonna see me in your nightmare, son. You gonna see me in your nightmare.
Watch the motion. Watch the motion.
Alert, alert. Alert, alert.
51.
Hey, Delta.
Mike 51.
From the 45 on second down, Trubisky escaping the pressure right. Deep ball for Goodwin. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started.
I got you. I got you. I got you.
Back to it after the pick six, Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. Landry, the intended target. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The Browns on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Open man right side is Cup, complete. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent. And now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
He's got the first down and more past midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. 14 yards and a Chicago first down.
Here we go.
Back to Mixon on first down. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Now Joe Mixon. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Good. 180.
Mike's by 4.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Bears, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they will head back home next week.